Yeah, I'm pretty geeked up about that. We always have those meetings. They can get kind of boring and redundant, you know. But I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, particularly like with Dre's influence, like not just West Coast music, but also like in Michigan where you're from, he had a big impact. Like, what is it for? What's the
And Dre's just music impact in music general, in the black community. To go from music to one of the biggest CEOs we've seen. Just showing kids that hope, giving kids that hope. Coming from Compton, and just showing guys there are ways out. Like it's special. But then you look at the music and like you go back to the story and like the Chronic, nobody wanted it. Like here we are, one of the best albums ever. Nobody wanted it. You know, to the influence he's had on the culture to come behind him. With John Connor from Michigan, Flint, Michigan, signing with Dre. And John talks so highly about him and like how special it is to be in the studio with him and how he's a genius, a big brother, and just always shedding that knowledge. Like he's a special, special person.
How do you feel about where you guys are at midway through the season?
I feel like we're getting better. I like where we are. We're not peaking by any means of the imagination. Yet we don't quite suck. I feel like we're in a good spot with a lot of things to improve on, which is great. You don't want to hit your ceiling too early. Steve kind of knows the rotation, but then still, plays with that song. So I think, we're in a really good spot. Like I said, with some things to improve on, but that's encouraging at this point in the season.
I feel like you raise your game when you're lining up against a pretty hyped center, like or a big man, kind of like Joe Kidd last night.
I just love playing basketball. It's not necessarily, as a competitor, you play against a special talent, you're going to try to raise your game. But I try to give it my all every time I step on the floor. That's so cliche and unrealistic, but, definitely when you're playing against a guy like that, like I said, a special talent, you want to raise your level of play as well.
Do you have a few guys that you look forward to playing every year?
Definitely. For sure. But like I said, it should be that way. Competition is kind of what drives us all in this business, so you line up against some guys, it gets you going a little more than others, and that's just the nature of sports. Like I said, you try to give it everything you got every time you step on the floor, but that's just unrealistic.
what's your favorite documentary?
Like I was just talking about the Chronics, I think the Chronic is like top 3 albums of all times to me. Like it's special. And then you go back to, I think, what a lot of people don't realize about Dre is as good as the Chronic was, and as good as some of the hits him and Snoop got together are, some of his best work was behind the scenes, and he made other people great. And I think that's what makes him so special. Is like, yeah, he made great music himself. Like I said, I think a top 3 album of all time. Like him and Snoop got stuff we still rock to today. But his ability to make others great, like that's what's special. Like he helped make Eminem great. Like that's what's special. You look at guys in our sport, and there's a lot of guys who can get it themselves. There aren't a lot of guys who can make others great. And that's kind of when you see the transcendent talent, when you can make everyone else around you better. That's what he did. And like I said, I think that's more special than any music he's ever made himself. You look at his resume, how many other people he's made great. That's what stands out more to me than anything. Number one, how they were able to work together. You know, two completely different people. You know, like total opposite ends of the spectrum. How were they able to bring that together? And then just, you know, some things about how they went about their business. I mean, they made a headphone company worth $3 billion. Like, that's special, you know, so how they went about their business. But like I said, for me, the most important thing is just trying to figure out how they made that work. So many times in basketball, like, I grew up different than Steph. It's no crime, it's nothing crazy, but how do you make that work? And obviously we make it work, but it's the same thing. You got so many guys in what we do that come from this end of the spectrum, and then you got a guy who comes from way over here. And making all of that work is special. You know, even in my, you know, business that I, you know, do outside of basketball, trying to make all that work. This is two of the greatest we've ever seen. Just trying to soak in all the knowledge I can from them.
Kevin said he watched the Defiant ones like for a month straight like this summer. Did you watch it? And
I did.
What impact did it have on you?
I mean, kind of like just you know, hearing their stories and how they started. Like that tells you a lot about what I want to know today. But when you're getting it firsthand, it's even better, you know. But how they incorporated so many other pieces. When you look at those two, it's like two superstars, and then they just plugged away, filling in pieces, you know. So just kind of trying to learn more about that, but. It's what I learned, you know, in watching Defiant Ones. That was pretty good.
Did you watch it as much as he did?
Nah, I ain't watch it that much. I ain't sit in the house as much either this summer. So, nah.
You seen the new Chappelle special last night?
I haven't. I saw pieces of it, but I haven't saw the whole thing.
So, it's like think about it. So I know you sound that kind of shocked you when you first saw it, and you kind of got name dropped?
No, it didn't shock me because he contacted me and told me that it was in there and it was coming, and I actually saw it like 3 or 4 days before it came out, that piece. And so it didn't really shock me when it dropped. It shocked me when they first told me, like, his team contacted my people. It's like, all right, cool. Like, that's dope. Like, Chappelle, one of the greatest comedians of all times. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny. Really funny. I just named my son Draymond, so I don't really know what to think of that. I guess I just killed his resume, but no, it was really funny though.
Did your mom like the joke?
I'm not sure. I think she laughed. She probably did laugh. My mom doesn't take anything too personal. It's nothing to take personal.
He's been around the Warriors for like a minute since you. Like, what kind of relationship do you guys have?
Pretty good relationship. You know, I've spent some time together outside of the gym. Just one of those people that's always funny. Not even trying to be, just a funny person. Real cool dude. Like him a lot. How? That's a losing battle. That's a losing battle. Yeah, he won.